Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to You Draw, I Build, the series where I ask you guys in the Discord to draw me pictures, and I try to make them a reality in Scrap Mechanic. And we are continuing from last week's episode because there were so many good submissions that I had to break it up into 2 different episodes. But before we get into the new submissions, I need to correct a mistake I made with an old submission in the last episode, which was this Beyblade thing that has saw blades and a suspension mug and my letters on top of it. So I didn't realize until I was editing that these red bars here are actually supposed to be suspension, and this was supposed to be on Physics 1, and nothing weird happened on Physics 1, but that's usually because suspension is the most affected by that. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace these with actual suspension now, and we're gonna see if that makes a difference when it comes to Physics 1. All right, here we go. So now before we make it spin, let's see if Physics 1 has any effect when it's just stationary. So I'm gonna turn the physics all the way down to 1, and there appears to be no real effect. Well, let's press the button and see if it makes, oh, when I take it off the lift, you can definitely see some floppiness going on. All right, and now, oh, okay. Wow, that actually does look pretty cool. All right, so just to contrast, that's what it looks like spinning with Physics 1, and this is what it looks like spinning with normal physics. So they just, they kind of angle up, which makes it look pretty cool in my opinion. All right, so there actually is a difference now. Now, to start off, we have something by Kubik Swat Professional Double. He's challenging me here to make a wedge gang brick. Take 4 wedges and put them like this. Then he says, weld 5 of these bad boys together and boom, you have a wedge gang brick, which I'm assuming he means like lengthwise. So at first I didn't think this was gonna be that possible because you can only attach points on the 90-degree angle side. You can't attach them on the 45-degree angle side, but turns out that's all we need to do for this. So if I do this, this, look at that. We have a perfect square out of wedges, and you see this just demonstrates the versatility of wedges here. So now if I go ahead and duplicate this a whole bunch of times, 5 times to be exact, according to the drawing here, and then I take my weld tool and I can weld side to side. There we go. I don't know why 5 was the chosen amount. This is gonna be a very long brick. I mean, assuming that this is how you meant for me to weld them, but look at that. Now, that actually doesn't look too bad. Like, this looks like a legitimate brick, and it is completely made out of wedges. So this is, therefore, a wedge gang brick. That's funny. I've never actually done this before, I don't think. All right, well, I'm kind of tempted to blow this up because it's made out of a bunch of individual pieces, and I want to see them fly through the air. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, up next by Epic Drifts. This looks pretty complicated. Hopefully I can even do this. Haven't played SM, so I'm not sure if it'll work, and if SM physics will work as I thought. The concept is that the next wheel should spin faster than the previous one. So basically we have like one gear feeding into another gear, feeding into another gear, feeding into another gear, increasing the overall outputs as we get further and further down. And I just don't know if the friction is gonna be up to this, using these wheels and pipes as designed here, but I'm gonna try it just to see what happens. That's kind of what a lot of these YDIB drawings are about, is experiments that you guys wanna see happen. All right, so we've got a wheel and we have a pipe on that wheel. And does this actually work this way? Okay, it does work out dimensions wise, but let's just do an initial test here. If we power this wheel alone, I'm gonna use electric engine for a steady torque here. All right, yeah, see, this was the problem I was thinking was gonna happen, is that there's no actual friction going on here. Because this is on a free-floating bearing, so here, you can see that these don't seem to actually be connected to each other. So I was trying to see if I could make an actual gear system with these wheels, and they don't get evenly spaced out in a way that's going to work very well. As you can see, like, it starts to work, but then right here it's gonna get, yeah, see, it gets tripped up a little bit, and then it goes a little bit more, and then it ends up getting stuck at some point. Actually, this time it's not getting stuck. What if I increase the speed? It's not graceful. It's gonna be this kind of weird jitter gear, but I kind of want to try this. let's just go with this. It's not ideal, but hey, it's YDIB. I'm doing the building here. The prototype of your drawing didn't work as it was intended, so I have to improvise now. Okay, I think it is ready. This is gonna be the least graceful gear setup probably you've ever seen in Scrap Mechanic. All right, here we go. It's kind of working. It has the opposite effect as the description of this one says. Rather than going faster than the previous one, they are going much, much slower than the previous one. But I think that's kind of how this is supposed to work anyway. Because I mean, as you rotate closer to the center of rotation, it's actually moving slower than further away from the center of the rotation. So each of these wheels, despite rotating that fast on the outside, is actually rotating slower towards the inside and is translating that speed to the next wheel on the outside, which then goes slower on the inside, which translates that speed to the next wheel, and so on. So basically, we just get slower and slower and slower as we go on. And it seems to be actually working. I did not expect this to translate without getting like glitched out or anything. So I'm actually surprised at this. I'm impressed with the results here. All right, let's, of course we have to increase the input. Here we go. Okay, I put it on max and we're stuck. It's going so fast, you can't even see it. All right, let's try spawning it off. Oh, whoa, there we go. That's kind of awesome. That's actually kind of awesome when it works. It's such a terrible gear system. It is the most jittery, inconsistent gear system. There is no smooth movement, which I guess could have its uses. Sometimes maybe you don't want it to be completely smooth. I'm having trouble thinking of examples of why you would want it like that, but just putting it out there that it's not broken. It's just, this is an alternate style. And, you know, I just looked closer at the drawing and realized I accidentally reversed which wheel is supposed to be the powered wheel according to the drawing. So it makes sense now why he said that it should go faster instead of slower, because that assumes that this is the powered wheel. And here, let's just demonstrate by, we're gonna have the electric engine on its absolute minimum speed, which here, to give perspective, it goes that fast. I just hooked it up to that real quick just to show you what the minimum speed looks like. So now let's hook it up to this. And look at that. It is spinning this one is pretty much as slow as it can. It meets some resistance just because of, you know, it takes energy to transfer all the way down here. But now this one's going about as fast as it was going before when I had the engine at max power on that one. So yes, when I actually power the correct wheel, then it behaves exactly like the description said. Who would have thought? Okay, we got one here by Nerd Gamer. This is apparently a pendulum gyroscope stabilization mug. So this looks like it's pretty interesting. This is gonna be like the ultimate stabilization mug. However, I feel like it's not gonna be that good for keeping the liquid inside the mug, but that's not gonna stop me from building it. So let's start with the actual gyroscope thing itself. So we've got bearing in the middle here. It's not exactly centered in the drawing, but I'm gonna assume that it's meant to be centered. All right, and then the next ring, or square, since these are not exactly rings, has them in the middle like that. And then we gotta go back around to the top and bottom for the next set of bearings. I hope I built this in a way that I can fit the suspension mug inside. That would be really sad if I couldn't. All right, there we go. Top and bottom, or bottom and top. And now the inner ring here is going to be where the suspension mug is located from the bottom. All right, there we go. That actually looks pretty good. I mean, I accidentally made it rectangular instead of square, but close enough. Now we just gotta slap this thing on a truck somewhere. All right, slap that thing down. I just built like a really slapped together truck, just kind of looking like the picture, because it's really more about that thing than the truck itself. So let's go ahead and drive this around and see what it looks like. There's no suspension on the truck itself. Oh, it's starting to do things. All right, we need to go off like jumps and stuff. I got to go off that jump there. I mean, when I'm turning, like, it's stabilizing that way at least. The mug isn't like rotating really. All right, let's see if we can take this jump. Nope, this isn't working out very well. There we go. Look at that. Perfect stabilization. Not gonna spill a drop. All right, we need to really up it here. We need to go over the tracks and stuff. We need to really bump this thing around. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, when it starts, oh, no, don't stay up. When everything starts separating where it's no longer lined up, that's when you know you're doing a good job. All right, we're going over this and onto the launch pad. No, oh, come on, stay up, stay up, stay up. Oh, man, see, that just ruins it. I should have made this thing a little bit wider. All right, well, let's see what happens when we do this. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, this is like, looks like a NASA testing for stabilization mug quality here. Oh, that's interesting. Now it looks like some crazy cannon. Like, imagine if the mug was actually some type of the barrel of a gun or something, and this is how the gun aims. That would be some pretty intimidating technology, except for the fact that, you know, there's an intersection right where the gun would be shooting, so it wouldn't really work that well. But still cool to think about. All right, I think we put this through the... Whoa! What? What are the chances of falling like that? That's kind of amazing. Well, I think that's a good way to transition on to the next build. All right, this one's a little weird, and I don't know how hard it's gonna be to do this, but we're gonna have inverted Wedge Car by Boobalastic here. So the tires are made out of wedges, but the car is made out of tires. Hence the inverted Wedge Car. Rather than making the car out of wedges and having actual wheels on it, we're gonna be making the wheels out of wedges and having wheels as the car itself. The problem is wheels, you can only attach them on the sides. So this might actually be a little bit difficult, but there are ways to deal with this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start like that, getting a wheel sideways. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is kind of weave the wheels like this, because that's going to allow me to build up and down and also be able to create lines like this, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to attach them to the sides. All right, so this is the bottom foundation of the car. Now I'm going to try to build upwards from this. Yeah, this is not easy. This is not an easy task here. All right, I think I've built the basic foundation. It looks ridiculous. This thing is going to be so heavy. Are you kidding me? I don't know if we're gonna be able to even drive this. Okay, so now I kind of have to, I gotta build a place that a seat can attach. So I'm just gonna go across like this. And then where's the middle? This is the middle right here. So let's just go ahead and put some blocks right here. And then that is where we're going to attach a seat. And then I'm just gonna stick an engine right in the wheels there, attach that to the seat. Okay, now we need to put wheels on this thing. And there's some weird angled suspension on this too that I don't know if I like what's going on with that, but you know what, let's do it. So there's gonna be the front wheel. I'm gonna put an extra wheel back here. This is where the back wheel is gonna be. All right, I have the suspension hooked up to be angled, but now we have the issue where I have to make these wedge wheels, and I don't think this is gonna be an easy task here. Especially trying to like center these wheels. I don't know, this is not gonna be an easy job. Let's go with that, maybe. All right, these wheels are gonna be a little bit massive, but you know what? I'm here for it. We need 4 of these. Now I know these wheels are really, really skinny, and I was thinking about giving them some width, but honestly, I think the lighter these wheels are, the more likely they are to function. And I'm realizing that mirroring these to the other side isn't gonna work, I don't think. I'm gonna have to reconnect the wedge in a different, yep, see that this isn't gonna work. Okay, now we have the other issue where we need to angle the suspension. So we've got an angle there, we got an angle there. I'm really worried about this part, to be honest. Like this, putting all this stress on like essentially a knee of suspension. This just sounds like asking for trouble, but it's what the drawing says, so it's what we're gonna do. It looks like we're gonna be doing 45-degree angles on all of them, and this should be over here. Oh no! I didn't give myself steering. Aw, man. All right, hold on. We gotta add some steering to this thing now. I knew I was forgetting something. All right, I think we are finally all set. Check it out. We got the suspension on the angles. We have a vehicle made of wheels with a seat and an engine inside, and the wheels are made of wedges. The question is, will it drive? Let's find out. Oh my goodness, the steering doesn't work well because of the suspension on the angles. I didn't think about that. But you know what? We're just not gonna worry about that. Here we go. I'm pressing the gas right now. I'm legitimately... I'm pressing the gas. Hold on. All right, let's just max out the engine now. Here we go. Oh! What just happened? Okay, take 2. Here we go. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We're doing it. We're going. Look at us go. Oh no. Guys, I'm not on, I promise you, I'm on advanced physics. Some of this looks like it's on physics 1, but it's on advanced physics. You know what? I think I'm gonna try an electric engine instead of a gas engine. Okay, so the electric engine actually isn't powerful enough. It is attached. You can see the bearings slightly try to turn, but we're too heavy. We can't actually turn the bearings on electric engines. That is really unexpected. Seems like gas engine is the only way to go with this thing. Oh no, I need one of those, can I get one of those "you're playing the game wrong" messages, please? I think this is the appropriate time. I don't think I should have to fall through the earth to get "you're playing the game wrong" as a message. All right, guys, just learn your lesson here. Wedge Gang does not need to be inverted. Wedge Gang is fine in its normal upright position, okay? Well, this is perhaps one of the most terrifying abominations that I've made in YDIB, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of competition in that. If you haven't seen more YDIB, you guys should definitely go ahead and check out some more YDIB on the end screen right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.